Make it home. We are talking all things property, a topic which impacts us all, as we all need a place to stay, and that could range from a shared rental to staying with family or even owning property. No matter what the scenario, it's often associated with emotion, pressure, and expectation. Make it home is the third of the 5 areas of the Make It model, and what we've sought to do is provide a construct through which to look at property from 3 different angles or lenses. And we'll get into that in a bit more detail in our video. So when it comes to property, it's not just about money. It's about our lifestyle and perhaps our mindset as well. Because of this, we're going to look at property decisions through 3 separate lenses. Number 1, the financial lens. Number 2, the behavioural lens. And number 3, the lifestyle lens. Just to mention, we will be doing a Make It Home series where we'll delve into the detail of these 3 lenses. But for now, I'd just like to lift the lid on them and let you know a little bit more. So number 1 is the financial lens. So we're looking at property from a financial aspect. Now, there is a lot of content that sits within this lens. I'm just going to touch on 2 of the top aspects. The first is, what are the true costs of buying property? I think most of us understand that it's not simply a mortgage if we're getting a mortgage, but there's upfront costs and ongoing costs as well. An example of upfront costs can be legal fees, also stamp duty. There is speculation around stamp duty at present, but it's still there. And then ongoing costs can include maintenance, which can be quite considerable depending on the age of the property. A second topic we'll touch on is whether buying or renting makes more financial sense. Now, as I'm sharing this, I am mindful that there are many of us that aren't in a position to buy a property. I believe it's really beneficial to understand the mechanics, understand different considerations regardless. Some of the key aspects to consider include our personal timeline, so how long we are planning to stay in the area or in the property, what the local market is doing, is it a buyer's market, is it a seller's market, the rate cycle, the interest rate cycle, where is that at? And then of course, if we've saved up to be able to buy, so putting down a deposit and paying for legal fees, etc., if the decision is made not to buy, what are we doing with that money? So we'll get into those topics and a lot more in the Make It Home series. So number 2, the behavioural lens. Money decisions are often emotional and property magnifies that. Oftentimes, if you're renting or buying, you may be doing it with somebody else, be that a friend or a partner or a spouse, and there's emotion to manage. An example of a behavioural aspect could be something like a mortgage is a guaranteed or a forced investment. Every month we are required to put money into our mortgage. Now, if you've got a capital and interest mortgage, some of that is going into the value of the property. If there's a differential between the rental cost and the mortgage or the ownership cost, we are not legally required or forced to invest that money, and it could well be spent. So that's just one example. When we delve into the detail of the behavioural lens, we'll share quite a bit more. So number 3 is the lifestyle lens. Oftentimes you may have observed people that continue to rent rather than buy when they have the means to buy, because they're not able to buy in the area that they want to live, the area that affords them the lifestyle they're looking for. Given that, lifestyle is clearly an important consideration and why we've included it as our 3rd lens. More often than not, owning a property does afford us more security, more autonomy than renting does. With that said, however, the Renters' Right Act is due to come into force in 2026, which should afford renters a far greater degree of security, and not just around their living situation, but also the escalation of their rentals. So the topic of lifestyle is key when it comes to considering property, and we will go into far more detail when we look at it as part of the Make It Home series. So for us, Make It Home is about understanding the real trade-offs involved with property decisions from a financial, a behavioural and a lifestyle perspective. As mentioned, we will be doing a Make It Home series where we will delve into the detail of some of what I've shared today. If that's of interest, please do subscribe and follow us. All the links are available at the footer of our website. And remember, no matter where you are at on your financial journey, you're in the right place today, And we do hope we can be a part of helping you build a solid and lasting financial foundation.